So in today's video, I'm going to be dropping the turf cleaning marketing blueprint for 2025. This is the complete system that we use to generate leads, automate follow-ups, and dominate the turf niche in your city. The basic overview is that turf cleaning is a super under-marketed home service right now. For example, if you search in YouTube turf cleaning, stuff comes up, right? How to clean your turf, etc. If you search turf cleaning marketing, the first thing that pops up is actually my client. The next is something similar, and then it's just about turf insulation or how to do turf cleaning. And so that's why I'm making this video, is because there's nothing out there right now to teach you or to show you the methods and what's actually working for marketing in 2025. And so that's what this document is for. It's to show you how we book 30 plus jobs in literally every single city that we enter in the United States. And so the basic first principles is that we use Facebook ads to do this because your clients are homeowners, and homeowners can mostly, in general, be found on Facebook. And so the targeting that we use is one, zip codes with high turf density, and then homeowners that are aged 30 to 65, and then optionally pet owners. Now, I will say targeting is becoming less and less important because Facebook's AI has gotten so good that it just knows who you're trying to find. And so at this point in the game, the main thing that you have to focus on is actually your ad creative. And so the creative plays into your hooks. What actually does your ad say? How does it look? And so some good performing hooks that we've seen right now is number one, obviously, is your turf starting to stink? The next one plays into that. Here's what 110 degrees Fahrenheit does to pet urine. And then your turf might look clean, but is it? And then just showing like the actual results of, for example, turf extraction. We've shown ads where we show them dumping out what is actually extracted from the turf, and those ads absolutely print. So it's really just making it visual and showing the homeowner like what is in their turf and how dirty it actually is. Because most of them, yeah, they have the problem with it stinking, and that's good for you because the problem, they already know they have the problem. But if you can make it visual as well, that really sells them, and you'll do well. And so the last thing is the call to action. So what we actually tell them to do after they've seen our ad. And so we always push our leads to a Facebook lead form with the fields name, email, phone number, and then address. And we keep this optional because some people are skeptical of just giving their address on a Facebook form, and that's fine. But we still want to capture their information, so we leave that optional. And most leads give us their address anyways, but it's just those couple that are like, oh, I don't feel comfortable. At least you still get their information and you can contact them and sell them. And then obviously, like turf size, now as you know, not every single like homeowner knows what their actual turf size is. Some do because they got it installed or whatever. Others, maybe they bought the house or they recently moved in, and so they don't know. And so we just ask them to like give a rough estimate. And then the last one is just like, what's wrong with your turf? So do you have odor? Is it matted? Do you just need a general cleaning, etc.? And so that's the ad strategy. And so I'll show you an example of an ad that we're using that has done decently well. And you're going to be blown away about how simple it actually is. It's literally just a before and after photo. Simple. And so when you're doing Facebook, you don't need to overcomplicate things. You just need to focus on good ad creative and make it visual. So as you can see with this ad, is very, very visual, right? They know, okay, yeah, maybe my turf looks like this now. That's how it can look after. Now, this is obviously only the cosmetic pain point. So like if their issue is that they have like a smelly turf, this might not speak to them. We'll move on. And so that's how we actually just generate the leads. But once you have the leads, you're going to get to a point where you need an actual system to sell them, to help you move them through the sales pipeline and get as many of them booked in on your service calendar as possible. And so we run simple automations with pipeline stages that are like new lead and then it's talking to the bot. So we set up bots in your business, either SMS, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, even through email, where we can get the lead to a point of a half closed. Now we can fully close them, but a lot of times these turf business owners want to negotiate on price. They want to, you know, do the full close. And so we'll get as much information out of them. And then when they're ready to get to the point where they can be fully closed, we'll pass it over to the human. The next one would just be like quote send. So sometimes you can send a quote, but they maybe don't close right away or they start ignoring you. And so we can put them into a sequence that revamps them and gets them to either book or tell you, yeah, I'm actually not interested, or I went with another company. And then the last one or the next one is job booked. So like when you book a job, we can create automations that help you with your general processes. So maybe if you need to notify a certain employee or you need to send the homeowner a checklist of things that you need them to do before you can properly clean their turf, we can do whatever you need on that front. And then this next one is huge, especially for people that have a lot of clients, but maybe they don't have a lot of time, is Google review request. So all you do is you put them in this stage of the pipeline and automatically ask them for a Google review. We can do Facebook reviews as well. Now this is so powerful because a lot of time homeowners make buying decisions based off of Google reviews. And so if you have an easy way to stack your Google reviews, it's going to make a huge difference in your turf cleaning business. So this one right here could easily bring you a very high ROI. And if you don't already know, the software is GoHighLevel. It's amazing. If you want it, link in the bio. And so here's a simple automation that we do for every client. When you can't really see it, obviously it's small, but we have lead forms, so the automation gets triggered on the lead form, then we assign them to the proper user. We start the bot to actually get the conversation going. We add them to Jobber if you use Jobber. Add a tag, so if you have different campaigns in different cities, we can make sure we know what those leads are from, and then just adding them to the pipeline. And so here's an example of what a pipeline actually looks like. We have our different stages, which are all fully customizable. And then you have your contact opportunity cards with where they're from, value. And then if you click into it, there's more information on top of that. And so you'll be able to see all of your revenue here, as well as there's a dashboard that breaks it all down with ROIs and all of that. So yeah, here's some real results that we've gotten for a client in Phoenix. So the client spent $1,267 on ads that yielded them 87 leads and in turn booked 33 jobs, which pulled in $8,258 in revenue. So that's quite a good ROI. Now, here's the thing. We can bring you leads and we can half close them for you. But if you don't bring them across the line and actually close them, then they're just names and numbers. They mean nothing. And so if we ever are to work together, yes, we can provide you with a ton of leads and awesome systems. But if you're not able to close, or maybe you are able to close, but you're not actually providing a good service, then it's not going to work out, right? As you know, one of the huge things in turf cleaning or even just the cleaning industry in general is that oftentimes it can be quite recurring. And so you'll pay for the marketing up front, but then once it starts recurring, it's pure profit. But if you don't provide a amazing service to your clients, then you'll never get referring and you'll never reach those revenue and profit numbers that you want to reach, because most of it comes from referring or recurring. And so I just want to break down a couple of reasons why you should even work with us. And here's the first. Most marketing agencies are generalists. They chase dentists one month and then gyms the next. We only do one thing: turf and cleaning ads that generate booked jobs. And here's what sets us apart. We're very niche specific, so we don't experiment with your money. We run proven funnels, proven ads, and proven automations that work in turf cities right now. So what I'm saying is that we already know what works and we just implement it into your business. Obviously, this is done for you execution, so we don't send you PDFs or strategy ideas. We do everything for you and we do it fast because we already know what works. Like I said, we do it fast, okay? Once your campaign is up, you can start seeing leads within 5 minutes. It's happened before. And the huge benefit of working with us as well is that we only work with one company per city. So we're giving territory exclusivity. If we work with you, we will not work with your competition. And so obviously you can understand that like we're not going to help out your competition in the same city. And also if we're running Facebook ads for you and someone else, all that does is just drive up both of your ad costs and it doesn't really help anyone. The last is that we give you lifetime funnel access, so you keep these systems forever. We build everything out for you, we make sure everything works, and then you can own it. You have it all. And so that's basically the simple breakdown of how we're actually booking turf jobs with marketing in 2025. Everything is super simple. Okay, if you want to go ahead and do this yourself, you can probably get some good results. But like I said, we already know what works. And since we do, we can execute it very fast into your business. And so if you're a turf cleaning business, I'm telling you, do not sleep on this. We'll literally clone it into your account and you'll start getting bookings by next week. If that's what you want, just DM me the word turf on Instagram at to the max cleaning, or you can click the link down in the description. You can book a call to speak with me and I'll give you a complete marketing audit for free. So we can go over what you're currently doing and what I think you could improve on. Now that if you work with us or not, you'll still walk away from the call with a better idea of how you can market your business going forward.